Gentlemen, thank you for your time. Coach, if you could give us an opening statement about today's game.
Yeah, I thought it was a great ball game. I guess the difference in the game, two out homers. They got the big swings at the right time. Thought we battled back. Combs obviously settled down the game really well for them. And I thought Chris battled. I was proud of Caden Wilson. He just did, 2 pitches got him. Dreiling was on the fastball, and he hung a breaking ball to the catcher. Right, so close ball game. Just exactly what you'd expect with these two teams. To think you're going to roll right through it in 2 games would have been nice, but it's obviously we get to play. We don't have to play. We get to play the last college baseball game of the season, and that's awesome.
Thank you, Coach. We'll do a couple questions for the student athletes. Right here with Kendall.
Kendall Rogers, D1 Baseball. Jace, just looking at Aaron Combs, what was he able to do to you guys? He just kind of keep you from getting into groove, especially with guys on base?
Yeah, I just felt like he was executing pitches whenever he needed to. I felt like he obviously they have a really good pitching staff, and you give a lot of credit to them, but I just feel like if we make a few better swings and a few balls land, it's a different game, but that's baseball and it happens, so credit to them.
Questions right here.
Travis Brown at the Eagle. Jace, first, how good did it feel to get that first home run in a while and kind of get off the snide there? And Chris, what did you see from Zane in his first start?
In the moment that felt great. Would have felt a lot better if we had won that, but it's baseball, as I say again. It's baseball. There's ebb and flows. You try not to ride the highs and lows, and I feel like I've been riding that low a little bit too much. Coach pulled me over and talked about my body language, and he just told me I'm one of the best players in the nation. I need to act like it, and I kind of feel like that's one of the things that changed today.
I'm super proud of Zane. It's not the easiest thing to go out there with the championship game. He's an older guy. I've always had a hard time starting, and he went out there and did his thing.
Right up front here.
Ben Peck, NBC College Station. Chris, just how are you feeling physically, and how did you kind of try to just labor through not only your appearance, but kind of getting up and down, lose a couple different times and staying fresh?
I feel good. I just got a little dehydrated at the end. I just wanted to compete. I didn't really care about my feelings. I would have kept throwing, but Coach is looking out for me, and I just wanted to compete. It didn't matter how I felt.
Jacob Richmond, Lone Star Live. Jace, is the first time that the team has faced elimination in the postseason. Can you talk about what gives you confidence that this team will be able to bounce back, and how you guys go about doing that?
Yeah, I've heard a few guys already saying that. This is the most comfortable we've felt playing baseball in a while. I have full faith in this team. I think every single person on this team has full faith in ourselves. At the end of the day, it's another baseball game. Like, elimination or not, we all put our pants on the same. We all do everything the same, right? It's about who can settle in first, who can settle in the quickest. And at the end of the day, it's baseball, and we get to play tomorrow. As Coach said, we don't have to. It's a blessing to wake up and be able to play this game. And so I hope, obviously, it sucks that we lost today, but at the end of the day, I get to wake up and play this game that I love again tomorrow. So it's a blessing.
Okay, last 2 questions for the players. Ryan here and then here.
For Jason, Chris, both, you could sense it just walking around in the stands, how tense it was. And you say it's another game. Could you feel that tension as that 1-0 just kept rolling through inning after inning?
Obviously, you feel a difference in the game as we get to, I think it was the 6th, 7th. It's still 1-0 ball game, and you can kind of feel it get a little bit more tense, but that's where all of our mental work comes into play of, it's still the same game, right? It's still one pitch at a time. It's one, literally we just try and teach ourselves to do everything one thing at a time. What's the most important thing that we're doing now, right? And it's pitch to pitch, and they made a few good swings, and that's what happens. It's baseball.
Okay, one more question for the student athletes right here.
Richard Zane with Texags. Jace, getting a couple hits in the ninth inning and feeling the tension rise, what does that do for an offense as far as carryover confidence into tomorrow? And then also, how important is it that some of your teammates got to see Snead in the ninth inning?
Yeah, I feel like that ninth inning. Once I say again, if that ball falls, it's a different game. And as long as we keep putting good quality at bats together and keep doing what we've been doing this whole tournament, this whole postseason, honestly, I feel like we can do everything we want. We can win the whole thing. It just comes down to if we put together good quality at bats.
Jason, Chris, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Well, questions for Coach right there? Thanks, John.
Carter Carls, 247 Sports. Just first, how's Caden Sorrell doing after his collision towards second? And then secondly, 2 pickoffs today. Just how would you kind of assess the base running errors there?
Yeah, as far as Sorrell, I don't even know. I think he just probably got tagged and maybe his helmet cut him or something. So we were too busy in the moment trying to win the game. So I'll check with the trainer after. The pickoffs, I don't know if they're necessarily base running errors as they are great plays. In our scouting report, we're very aware that Drew's got an awesome pickoff move. We weren't running there. Picked them off. Can't stand next to the base, but we didn't have a big lead and we weren't running. So, and then same thing on the back picks. They're always searching for outs. Burke is like Cags for Florida. Those guys are super quick. They're really good with the tag being left-handed. Stark, we talked about it. We showed the video. No one was running anywhere. So yeah, those are big outs. No question. Can't make outs on the bases, especially when you're not running.
Okay, right here.
Ben Beck, NBC College Station. Coach, what'd you see from Zane today, and how'd you when you brought Christian to the game? I know he was getting loose in the first inning, that second inning. Was that part of just we don't want to have him getting loose for 2-3 innings to
yeah.
Put him in?
We were just trying to squeeze a few outs out of Zane. Take as Chris admitted. He has some anxiety with starting the game. He's awesome. He feels better once he can just get ready quick and jump in the game. So felt like Zane was the best choice just to get us to maybe the first 3 outs, and then he did, and we were going to go one batter at a time after that, and I think he gave up a leadoff single to Amick, Hensley, whatever. So we just had to go right. That was the plan, just to get as many outs out of Zane as we could, get Cortez in the game, and hope we could score. So the story of the game was how they pitched. Combs to me is the story of the game. The two big swings, and Combs shut us down. He did a great job. Give him a lot of credit.
Okay, we'll go 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Jim, I'm not sure comfort is a word for either you or Tony going into tomorrow, but not having to use Evan today, is there some comfort in that knowing that's in your back pocket? Yeah,
sure. I think we took a risk. Obviously, Evan was on my mind there when Dreiling hit the homer. Just thought it was a lot to ask for him to get 7 outs after last night. I thought we didn't bring him in. I thought Caden was throwing really well. I thought that Amick had the best at bat against Oschenbeck last night. He hooked the line, sang in the left field, and then Dreiling hit one in the corner last night before Inslee popped out. So I felt really good about Wilson in that moment, so we tried to get a fastball after the 2 breaking balls. We tried to get a fastball up, and it wasn't up just enough. But yeah, it feels good to we're going into the last game of the season, and Lampkin is ready to roll. Stewart now has a day, and Oschenbeck has a day. So I'll take that. Obviously, we're playing a great team, so we'll see.
When you bridging the gap between Cortez and potentially Oschenbeck was going to be huge. Was that something you deliberated over a lot last night, or was it something that you kind of did a feel of the moment kind of thing?
No, you're always playing out every scenario. We talked about it last night. just feel like what the matchups are. We really like Caden Wilson. We think he's a super talented guy. And I thought he threw well, except 2 pitches. You know, he made 2 mistakes against a great team, and they got him. So, but yeah, we felt like if we could. But again, the difference is we didn't score. If it's a 3-0 game instead of a 1-0 game, to win a national title, I probably run Evan out there. But in a 1-0 game, there was just a lot to ask. I felt like tomorrow would be a different story. But we had to take a chance. And I said yesterday, somebody else is going to have to help us get these outs, other than the four guys that have mostly pitched in the tournament.
As a coach, how is it a special moment to get to tell a guy like Zane that he's going to get the ball to start it out in the College World Series?
I'm not the one that told him, but yeah, I think anytime you can get a guy in a chance to play in Omaha, it's an awesome experience.
Okay, over here.
Richard Zane, Tech Sykes. Coach, a similar question to the one I asked Jace about the back-to-back hits to begin the 9th and the confidence that can be carried over into Game 3, and then also how important is it that the team has now seen Nate Snead going into the winner-take-all?
Nate's a good pitcher. Yeah, I mean, I think we had some momentum going there, but how that affects tomorrow, I don't know. I mean, just like if you get your doors blown in a game, I don't think it hurts you for the next day. But we brought the tying run to home plate. Targo put a good swing on it and didn't get out. Maybe on a different day it goes out tomorrow. I think wind's supposed to be blowing in a lot, so that'll play a role in the game. But our guys are confident. You know, we get to play the last game of the season, and that's awesome.
Do we have one more question for Coach? Coach, thank you very much, and best of luck tomorrow. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.